it's packed with origami. And tonight, I literally have one completely packed out, and I have to move it all the time to get to this rack of clothing I have behind it. And I was nerdily enough, I was admiring how great the wheels were and how handy this is. You're looking at the GOAT. This is the greatest of all time when it comes to our origami shelving systems. We've got 4 colors available, and that's it. And here's what's happening tonight. You've got a half an hour to get this on free shipping. When we offer the big rack and any origami on free shipping, it is always the best value because it's very, very expensive to ship these. So take advantage of the free shipping. Get your life super organized with the original, the most successful we've ever offered. This one's the pewter. We also have the bronze. Yes, is it bronze? We have bronze. It's not out here, but we do have it. We have the classic black and we have the classic white. These that are out here are the 3 most popular colors we've ever had in origami. Lou Caputo rejoins me tonight, and we're going to talk about this famous system.
Hello.
Hey, Lou. Wait, I got a question.
Ask.
How many thousands of this version have we sold, do you think?
The answer is I don't know, because we've been selling them for 15 going on 16 years.
And this started it.
And this started, but we've never really kept count.
But it's hundreds of thousands.
Oh, it's easily that many. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, when we have a Today's Special, we move through tens of thousands.
True,
so,
good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot on this one, but this is the original. This is the one that started the whole thing, as I said, 15, 16 years ago. And it's because I think people like that it's easy to set up, that there's no tools required, that it lasts and lasts and lasts. It's very, very strong. And it actually over-delivers on what we say. Let me show everybody what this is about, because there are people, every once in a while I run into somebody who's never seen origami before, you know? So this piece right here, these are named after the Japanese art of paper folding, because this is actually a steel storage rack that you can fold if you want to, okay? It's 12 linear feet of storage as it sits here in front of me right now, but watch this. With just a little flick of the wrist and a little kick of the foot, just like that, and I just compacted 12 linear feet down to 4 inches, okay? It's that simple to do. Now, here's the thing. This is coming to your house tonight for free. Okay, well, not tonight. It might take a day or 2, but you know what I'm saying. You buy it right now, you're getting it shipped to your house for free. That's a big deal, because this is gonna come flat packed in a box just like this. That box is gonna weigh 37.5 pounds, okay? No joke, these things are heavy. So to get it for free, shipping-wise, that is a big deal.
You're saving a ton of money.
Oh, a ton of money on that, okay? When you get it home, the hardest thing you're gonna do is actually get it out of that box, because they pack them incredibly well. But once you do, all you've gotta do is grab the sides of this, and it's just gonna kind of fall open. The back of it has a patented toggle right here. This is the best part. All you do is thread this through. I did this for somebody today, and they were watching me, and they were like, my gosh, that's genius. Because once you put that in place, this is already structurally sound. Just with that one little toggle. So, you know, it's a very simple device. All I do is press down. But if you look at the way it's built and it's designed within the framework of this thing,
so clever.
It does so much for this. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to flip over the top shelf, which is only hinged on one side because, you know, folding. We wanna be able to fold it. And there's one little latch right here on the end, and all you do is just drop that in, and that's it.
It literally is done.
I'm done. I was taking my time. I'll show you. We'll get faster as we go along, but I was just taking my time now. Now, the thing you got to think about with these is how you're going to use them. And what I mean by that is you get 4 wheels, okay? We give you 4 wheels with these. 2 of them are going to be locking wheels. You do not have to use the wheels. If you want to use the wheels, because you know you're going to be rolling stuff around like Suzanne does, right? It's going to raise it 3 inches off the ground, making it 65 inches tall. Normally it's 62, 65 with the wheels on it. Because it's off the ground 3 inches, we don't want it to get tippy. So what we recommend is limit the weight capacity to 75 pounds per shelf. That's a grand total of 300 pounds. I say it like it's nothing, you know. That's 300 pounds.
And I say that's like putting an NFL linebacker on the top of this thing.
Yes, exactly. 300 pounds, a linebacker that you can roll around. It's really, really simple. Now, here's the cool part though. If you're not gonna push anything around this, if you're just saying, I'm just gonna put it up against the wall, it's gonna live where it is, and you're not gonna use the wheels, then you can go up to the maximum weight capacity, which is 250 pounds on each and every shelf for a grand total of 1,000 pounds, which is half a ton.
And that is the defensive
storage.
linemen all sitting here.
Yeah. The whole front line.
The front line,
The
all
whole, just
sitting on
right
this.
here, yeah.
And you're still rolling. No, you wouldn't roll them around because you
No.
take the wheels off. And the wheels, by the way, are really easy to put on.
They
really
really
was.
are.
It's so funny because I've had the pewter. When we started, we only had the pewter color,
Me too.
right? And that's now in our storage unit.
Yep.
And even the other day, I had to go into our storage unit, and it was so beautifully organized.
Yeah.
We have the tubs. I could get to everything. I
Yep.
needed to find something very specific, and it just makes your life so much simpler and easier. And I have to tell you, in the dressing area, I have to get to that back rack constantly.
Oh, sure.
So I use it almost like it's a door. I just slide it out. I get to the stuff I need to. I slide it back in. And what you'll find is you're able to take the littlest nooks and crannies and maximize your space constantly.
All the
It could
time.
be the attic. It's the garage. If you have not parked your car in your garage in 20 years, just load up with these Origamis. You'll get it all organized. How many of you have boxes after box or tub after tub after tub after tub piled on each other? You don't even know what's on that bottom tub because it's too heavy to lift all the other tubs off of it.
Yep.
And you're like, I don't know, it could be old Christmas stuff. It could be decorations. I have no idea what's there. Once you get Origami and you put the boxes on it and you get the Christmas decor and your gardening stuff and your tools on it, or it's books, or it's get whatever you got going in life, all of a sudden your life becomes so much easier and simpler.
Oh, yeah.
It is amazing
Absolutely.
what a transformative thing a shelf can be.
No, it really can. Well, and especially one that's so easy to work with. That's the thing. Because shelves are nothing new. They've been around for a very long time. What we've done is actually taken it and perfected it. That's the difference that Origami has done.
Right.
You know, now, measurement-wise on this, I mentioned in the beginning that it was 12 linear feet of storage, and the way we figured that out is each one of these shelves is 3 feet across, and there's 4 shelves, so that's your 12 linear feet. But then, if you look at it from that angle, each one of these is 18 inches across. I was talking to somebody about this today, and they were telling me how what a difference having the 18 inches made for them, because they keep all their kitchen stuff on here. You know, and you don't think about this until you start to put these on a shelf.
Like a KitchenAid mixer is big.
A stand mixer is big. A lot of the air fryers are big. I mean, there's all, you know, rotisseries are big. There's a lot of these big appliances that people in kitchens, normally a 12-inch shelf is not going to cut it. You know, literally, it's not going to hold them, right? This absolutely will. So the other thing too is that these are made out of steel, but it's powder-coated steel. So what that's going to do for you now is they're going to resist chipping. They're going to resist scratching, but also they are going to be corrosion resistant. So you can use these indoors and outdoors, and a lot of people do use these, you know. And if you're like, I would never use it outdoors, you know, that's fine, but you've got places inside, like an attic, a basement, that aren't climate controlled. You know, in a bathroom where there's lots of steam. Yeah, a shed. I've got 4 in my shed right now. Yeah, in a garage. I had even more in my garage. I mean, that's the thing about Origami. Once you start getting them, it's like eating potato chips. You can't stop it.
It's so true, too.
You just keep getting them and getting them because it's so easy to work with.
Okay, so we found out the shipping on this is $21 normally. So you just saved $21 there. You're saving $20 on the price tonight because normally it's $159. Huge customer pick and has been, listen to this is how popular these are. Right now, if you go to hsn.com, and that's the most recent customer picks, right? There are 3,425 perfect 5 stars on a shelf. Who gets excited about particle board? Who gets excited about all those plastic shelves that are about to fall over with the paint cans in the garage? I'm super excited about that.
Right.
But can you imagine currently, that's not all the 5 stars we've had on these, but the current amount is over 3,400 perfect 5 stars. Please don't ever buy any other shelves. It is such a waste of money. And if you're thinking about custom designing a closet, please don't do that because you're gonna sell that place eventually. And guess what? Those shelves are staying in that custom closet. When you put these in your closet and you customize it, these can go with you. So tonight you're saving over $40 between the free shipping and between our sale price. On top of it, we have 5 flex on everything, so it's $28 to get it home. But you've got to remember the free shipping ends at midnight. We're now down to about 20 minutes left in this day before we launch our new today's special. It is your time to grab it. And you know what's funny is I've never, ever, as many origami pieces I own now, I've never regretted a single piece.
Oh, no.
And I have different versions. I've got the thinner versions. I've got the more shelvy, you know, kind of decor looking ones. I've got the drawer ones that I love. But this one is just, this is the winner. This is the way I think you should start trying origami if you're brand new to it.
Great introduction.
Yeah, and you know, have you ever met anybody who said, oh, I hate origami?
No, I haven't. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite usually, you know, where people just are like so effusive about how much they love these. origami's. It's
Right,
amazing.
isn't it funny to have full conversations about a shelf?
Yes.
Like, who talks about shelves?
I've actually gotten used to it at this point. You know what I mean?
That's
great.
great.
It's very funny to me how people, once they get origami, they want to talk about their origami.
They actually sell it back to you.
Yeah, they do.
You're like, well, no, I actually sell this.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny that happens to me sometimes. You know, and trust me, you know, I am as big a fan as origami as anybody out there that buys them, simply because they're such a big part of my life. You know, we've used them for years in our shed, in our warehouse, because we have a business with a warehouse, a storeroom. You know, in the house, Kelly has one for her craft projects. You know, she's got one that she keeps all her crafting supplies on. We've got one right now by the front door that's got a bunch of stuff. I mean, they're just all over the place, and all different kinds. Some of the big ones, some of the little ones, you know, but at the end of the day, the one I have the most of is this one right here. It's these, because this is the big daddy.
And it's the workhorse.
No, it is. You know what? That's exactly what I was just going to say. It's like you're in my head. It is the workhorse.
Which is a scary place to be, really, Lou.
Yeah, it really is scary. Well, I mean, you know, if you think about it, this one, I have abused mine. Like, I don't baby anything, any of my tools or anything that I own. You know, they're meant to be worked with, and no exception for the origamis. And they just put up with everything. I always tell the story about how now we've been selling these going on 16 years, and I have, most of mine are in the pewter color.
It's all we had when we started.
Yeah, it's all we have. By the way, this is the most limited right now, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, it's almost gone. Actually, the pewter's almost gone.
It's very, very close.
There's less than 100.
But the pewter ones that I have, if I rolled them out here right now, set it next to this one and kind of did the shell game thing with you and moved them around, you wouldn't be able to tell which was the new one and which was the 15-year-old one. That's crazy to me. Have you ever had anything else that would last that long and look that good?
No, actually, no.
It's nuts.
Nothing else. Like, and you know, we're also used to, like, oh, my phone falls apart in a couple years. Everything, the washing machine only lasts a couple years. These, once you buy one, I'm telling you, they're with you. Like, okay, if you buy a kid who's in college this for their dorm room, or maybe their first apartment, I swear when they're going into assisted living, it's going with them, okay? It's just that durable.
You know what's scary about what you just said is that, and it's true, but what's scary is we've actually been selling things long enough now that someone could have taken them to college, moved into their first apartment, had kids.
Yes, you're right, got their first house. And it's the one thing you literally can take with you wherever you go. It really is remarkable.
No, it's crazy that way.
And you know what the other thing that's great about it? It changes its purposes as your lifestyle changes.
Yes.
You and I have both made major moves. I moved from a pretty, decent sized house to a teeny weeny house, and now I live in a little bit bigger than teeny weeny. And guess what? My origamis have changed their jobs everywhere I've gone.
Every single time.
And dramatically. My original ones that are now in part of my dressing room, holding all my jewelry and all my stuff, used to be in a shed in the backyard holding my husband's greasy tools.
See, that's a great point too. And I always tell people this, like in the morning, it could be doing storage. In the afternoon, it's decor in your house. You know what I mean? And if you, one thing you got to notice about origami is that, you know, we don't have a lot of them propped out here today, but they take on the personality of whatever you put on them. So in other words, I call them the chameleon of the furniture world, because I could take anyone, I don't care if it's the pewter, the black, the white, the bronze, whatever color, and make it look elegant. You can dress it up and it looks spectacular, or put it out in the garage there and just start throwing the greasy tools on there, or old tiles that you might have, or you
tires,
know, or tires, or rock salt.
Do you know we have so many people put their logs for the winter on these in their garage?
I love that idea.
I'm telling you. Because you know what? It keeps them off the ground, and it keeps them from all the bugs and critters, coming up onto them. And it gets it nice and organized, and you can roll it around. So let's say you take this outside, you're chopping the wood, yada yada yada. You load it on here, then you roll it into the garage, or you put it by your fire pit, or what have you. But to your point, we have people who put a TV on here, and this is their gaming system for the kids' room. I mean, there's unlimited ideas that you can do with this. For me, like Kelly, your wife, huge crafting for me, just so brilliant for that.
She loves it.
I used to have all my Singer sewing machines, and I didn't line them up this way. I could literally line them up this way.
Side by side.
Side by side. All my
so
Singer.
Cool.
I had all my vinyl. I had all my vinyl for my Cricut on here. All my fabrics, which if you get a lot of fabric, it can be really, really heavy. This will handle it. And the pewter ones, the two pewter ones that we bought originally that I had my crafts on, has now gone into our storage space, and we were able to save a ton of money because we're using vertical space versus width. So even if you just wanted to reduce, think how I've paid for this over and over and over again simply because we were able to get a smaller storage unit.
Oh yeah, no, it saves you money. That's a crazy thing. You're spending money, but you're gonna save money just on the storage that you would ordinarily have to get.
All right, pewter is almost gone. We have the black, we have the white. These are the 3 all-time best-selling colors. We also have a bronze on hsn.com if you want the bronze, but 1, 2, 3 right here are the most bought ones that we have in color. Please remember, free shipping ends in about 15, 20, 30 minutes. We have 5 flex pays with a major credit card. It's $28. You're saving $20 because you're buying it tonight, another $21 on the shipping because you're getting it now. But the shipping ends tonight. You got to remember, a little bit after midnight, the free shipping on this specifically will go away. So you got to get in now. You really do have to rush and get it. And if you're thinking about buying any shelves, please don't buy the plastic, don't buy the particle boards, and don't have it custom made.
No,
because this will make your closet custom made.
Exactly.
And you can take it with you, which is great.
I love that.
Thanks, Lou.
You're welcome.
It's good to see you as always.
You as well.
All right, we got to keep moving on. Oh, wait, I'm going to step right in front of you. Excuse me 1 second. Super fast. Lou is now